Hello. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Judy. Welcome in, you guys. Woo, my stage is lit. Hi, everyone. How are you? You know, the energy is really heavy. Hello, hello. I am here to lighten the load. I hope. I feel better keeping some fluid down. A little bit on the struggle bus, but I'm here. This is important. Do you guys feel that heavy energy? All these things keep coming up and around, and we work on it, we ground it, and we just can't quite clear it. So that's what we're here to do today with a cord cutting ceremony ritual. But something interesting. Thank you, Peggy. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Something interesting happened, and this needs to calm down. Right when I was taking a break to get ready at 11:11, I caught this dude on TikTok, and he had some really awesome words of wisdom about oracles like us being in transition. And sometimes we come with a lot of wounds and grief, a lot of past issues, those toxic kind of energetic connections that keep replaying in our lives, in our hearts, in our soul. And no matter sometimes how much grounding we do, how many tower cards we see, um, we keep looking for clarity when you really have to do that within. We need to clear our own mirror so that we reflect back that sense of clarity. And with that comes a lot of silence that's very loud. It's this transition period of getting over things and being that oracle and light is very alone at times and very loud. So we need to cut that frequency down and raise our energetic frequency up. And that's what we're here to do today together, to raise it up and push through any blocks and barriers we have, knowing that deep down we already know what it is we need to cut out. You don't need these rituals. You don't need anybody to tell you this. You just have to really look inside at the things that are just very deep and secretive within you that you know you need to cut. You need to clear the slate. And that's what we're here to do today. Some of that wisdom was from Joseph McKenneth Godwin, and he was brilliant what he said. But this is important that we do an actual physical, tactile, spiritual ritual, I feel today, so we can visualize it. We can help each other raise our frequency and get through these blocks. I want to mention too something Jonathan said that's so true. Our physical bodies cannot hold all of this distortion and contradiction indefinitely. I know I've done it for years with things, and boy, was I in it yesterday. So I really resonated with let's clear this energy. And I hope it helps all of you that feel stuck in any way, relationships, friendships, money, security. Clarity is the big thing because it starts to affect us physically. And so also cutting cords from health and emotional issues too is very good, not to replace professional advice and therapy. That's a given. But we need to retreat to a space of stillness and clarity, not just for self-care, but survival a lot of times, because we've lived these experiences, these really tough experiences. And when we get clarity on that, we know our code, almost like the numerology code. We know what our code is, what makes us tick and spin. And then we can get clarity, right? So I got ashes all over my keyboard. That's how we solve that. Hi. Hello. I'm so glad we have more. Hit the like, subscribe, and share. Help me get this out. So I want to tell you guys one more thing that happened. I wasn't going to talk about the light codes today because I have so much to say, but I couldn't believe the synchronicity when I picked up the book. However, the picture won't download. So I want you guys to think about this. To me, it has like this octopus feel. But this is Akanahanama. Akanahanama. And think of that and doodle and get downloads and what it means and why I thought it was so cool that we have it. I picked it up today and it's the next lesson. Freedom to choose, freedom to release, freedom to be the love that you are. And there's so much more to say, but that's beautiful, you guys. Akana mana, Akana mana, AKAHANAMA. All right, so it takes courage to dig down deep and realize what we really have to release. So I want you to honor this time and space. And I hope you guys can grab some string. I have this here to kind of represent several different things. Different colors represent clarity, your third eye, your health, your love. You can do one string, you could do a cord, you can do a chain. And while I talk, let me share this with you guys. I'm going to light a candle. And if you can, gather these little things that I'm mentioning. Let me show you something else. Why I think this is cool. This sewing kit, look at it. My daughter drew on it. This was my mom's, and I believe my mom was born in 1926. Okay. Look at this thing. It's such a treasure. So when I thought about cord cutting, I thought to go get this, which I believe was even my grandmother's, which that would be the truant part that I always speak of. So this is very cool thread that I got, right? And so I encourage you guys, if you can't do it now, maybe you're at work, it's not quiet where you are, and we certainly don't want to start a fire. But what I'm going to do is I have this adorable little candle. I'm going to light it now, and we're going to get started, you guys. Let me grab my glasses as well. And if you would like readings, stick around just a little bit longer, and we will do that too. So I just want to mention to you guys, this really is a powerful ritual, sacred practice to release toxic relationships, old wounds, and situations that no longer serve our highest good. This ritual combines visual and tactile energy work to help your soul let go with love and intention. So sit in a comfortable position, and I'd love for you guys to take really nice deep breaths and get centered. It's really good to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and release for 8. And where you are, you might want to put on some pretty music and maybe a little herbal tea too, and just really get into the mood of this. After you've kind of grounded yourself and you're ready, let me switch to this. I want you to close your eyes while you're breathing and imagine a protective light around you. This is your sacred space. If you've brought a cord, hold it gently in your hands. This cord represents energetic ties that you're ready to release. Now bring to mind the person or situation you're releasing. Picture an energetic cord between you and them. It might look like a rope, a chain, or even a tangled thread. Notice where it attaches to your body, your heart, your solar plex, your third eye, your root chakra. How does it feel? Heavy, dark, tight? Acknowledge this connection without judgment. Sorry, I wanted to do that. Just take a minute to think about how that feels. And while you're breathing and getting into this, grab your cord if you can, if you're with me. And I hope I don't set the house on fire. So be safe while you're doing this. Hold your physical cord. With each inhale, repeat silently, I honor this connection, but I release what harms me. Again, I honor this connection, but I release what harms me. On your exhale, imagine scissors, a blade of light, or even your hands severing the energetic cord. If using a physical cord, cut or tear it now. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do everything. Hold on. Good at that. Okay, so let's go ahead, you guys. Think about what you really need to release. I have several things that have haunted me for probably 20 years now. And some recent things. So I'm releasing guilt and shame from a divorce and worry about my kids. I'm releasing guilt and shame for things I may have done recently. I'm releasing toxic people in my life that have really hurt me. And I'm releasing the energy within me that physically felt heavy and sick. And I'm releasing the emotional energy that was keeping me down so that I can move forward with passion and dignity and grace. So now I'm going to cut this from my heart. And I say, I release what no longer serves me. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to burn it. Like I said, I hope I don't set the house on fire. You can also go outside and bury this, but it's important to release this energy out of our bodies and back into the universe. And there we go. I did it. I did it. I hope you guys found that to be helpful. I also want to tell you that watching the severed cord dissolve into golden light or fall away like ash is so cool. I hope you got to do it. And when you do find time and space, make the most of this. Really take time, pretty sounds and music around you. And also continue to whisper to yourself, may this energy be transformed for the highest good of all. And then when you're done with that, I want you to seal your space. Place your hands over your heart and breathe again. Visualize the cord's attachment point, healing with radiant light. and affirm for yourself, I am whole, I am protected, my energy is mine. Gently open your eyes when you're ready. And I want to thank you again for being with me and listening for a few minutes about this so that you can watch again or take these ideas with you. Don't rely on these things. You know in your gut what you need to do. And I applaud you for having the courage to change, to get clarity, to release all of that high or rather low frequency clutter and chaos that this world rewards us for. To have the clarity and do this alone and really push through is highly unique. And I'm so proud of you. It takes a lot of courage to go down a healing journey when you've been through so much. Be gentle with yourself. And if emotions arise when you're doing these things, let them flow out. So release it. And in that, you will reclaim some of your personal power and have the clarity to know how to move forward, not feeling so blocked or stuck or sad on the verge of depression. We just clear the energy. It's so much harder than it sounds. And I do, if you could, share your comments now or in the replay of how you've been doing and what you're releasing if you're brave enough and want to share. I understand if you don't want to comment. Also, interestingly enough, a good time to do this is a waning moon. So I would do the full moon release and work on that energy. And then as you go into the waning moon, you can do a cord cutting. But the key is when you need to do it, you know it, and do these things when you feel it's intuitively a good time for you. That you're recognizing that these rituals help us in difficult times and situations and health and emotions. And I also want to mention at this time, don't forget about Angie at Learn Love Tarot in your prayers and thoughts, and maybe go check out her channel and like a bunch of videos or comment so that her channel will stay alive while she's dealing with a lot of things that I know she's going to want to cut out too when this is all said and done. So with that, I want to know how you guys are. Back to me. I got to be on camera. How do I do this? This is so funny. Hello. Hello, hello. All right. What do you guys think? Will that be helpful? And I will put, and I keep saying this, but I have the cord cutting oil with the crystal in it, that combination for this ritual too. And I think I will pop that in a members only post for you guys that are members. Thanks, Peggy. Thank you. Okay, Kathy, we'll come back and watch. Oh, good. That's sweet of her. What else did I want to tell you guys? I am getting ready to do the charm casting for May for each sign. Do you guys need a charm cast today so I can warm up my little beauties? I'm going to put this candle over here. If you see it catch on fire, let me know. And Peggy, if you're willing, I'd love to have you come on sometime soon and talk about your trip, perhaps, if you're allowed. So I'm going to go back myself and really take my time doing this ritual because I was just in tears yesterday. I was sick and alone and beating myself up. Like, it's all my fault I'm alone. It's all my fault I'm divorced. It's all my fault my kids come from a divorced family. On and on and on and on, and sick and crying and throwing up. So this has been helpful to put it together for you all. And then I'm going to, when I finish here, I'm going to really sit down, I think, with some herbal tea and some really nice music and meditate and breathe and really focus on what I need to cut. So we can't keep doing this over and over again. And I know many of us get stuck. So we've really got to push through and handle what comes and be okay being alone sometimes and being on camera and traveling alone and being sick alone and all of it. I applaud you. Okay. Sure. All right, Judy. Yes. Let me look at this. The other day, the charm cast was scattered for me. Is it better today? I'm feeling better in some ways. Not as nasty before. Okay, good. Aw. All right, let's see. Let me get my little cleansing oil smudgy spray. All right, you guys. Let's see what this has for you, Miss Judy. Um, I'm gonna have to move the camera when I do this. Is that okay, you guys? Those of you watching the replay, hold on, don't get dizzy when I do it. Don't look down my top. Okay. Anyway, here we go. All right, Judy. And keep in mind, it's a little noisy while I do this. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. I love you guys. The energy is oddly weird. Oddly weird. So I hope that'll help. Okay. But you're better. So let's focus on Judy and what we can do for her today. And believe me, I don't know if it's because I'm old or I channel, but I don't remember a lot. Okay, you got it. Oh, wow. Very good question. Okay, here we go. Okay, breathe with me, Judy, and let's connect in a very positive way. Okay. Wait, one more thing. I got to move something. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go, guys. I believe you're going to be able to see that. Wait. Bear with me. There. Okay, we're going to muddle through like that. Okay. So Judy, the number 3 is here and I love that. And it's right by you. I feel like there's some passion and confidence coming back in your heart right here. There is the yes too, right here. Let me see what's underneath that. The root. I feel like you really are starting to heal. Keep working on that with this turtle. Be patient. But there's a lot of yes going on. Your copper shield is right here on top of the timepiece, which tells me you're protected through some changes that have gone on. Again, if you can see over here, you can't see these as well with this angle, and that is Pisces energy. There's a key here, and then you see the mask and the snake and the puzzle piece tells me there's still some things that you have to cut and do the cord cutting, right? And not be in denial about it. And understand the people who were two-faced or deceived you. There's a piece of the puzzle and a key here to helping you transform. And I believe too that you know what it is. Just like I said about this cord cutting ritual, we can do these things with the highest, best intentions and really raise our frequency. But deep down, we don't need rituals or candles or threads. We know what we have to do and what secrets and things are holding us back or it causes us shame and guilt, and transform that. I know you know it's here. You are protected by any, I don't know if there's some loss. There's a lot of protection. How are the kids? I can't remember if you have kids. I think you have doggy kids, but um, if not kids, it does go back to either your childhood issues or someone you lost. Now, your emotions are right here by your world charm. So I think you're trying to fill your heart, if you can see that, with passion and confidence. You're starting to nurture yourself and grow more. And you do have the gun and bullet beside each other with a cheerleader on top. So if you've been in a precarious situation that's violent, harmful, has not been nurturing to your soul, past energy of someone harming you or violence, trauma, you are being encouraged to go through that. Okay, it keeps coming up. So that's something to really nourish in your soul. But I see that you're getting there. Um, the balance of scales is on your compass. And I know you're being encouraged to never give up, that you are on the right path, Judy. Um, this long-term relationship that may have broke your heart is something that has to be cut out. If you can see this, this is so amazing right here. Let me show you this. Because this is right by your world as well. There is an Archangel Uriel right here. The scissors telling me whatever happened with some of these long-term relationships, family, love, friendships, whatever, it broke your heart. That has to be healed. I do think you're doing that. It's in the long run, it had caused you to feel a great weight and worried about abundance and security. But I know that you're listening. I know that you're listening to the messages, and some of them are really unexpected, wild, and they light you up. It's like you're getting more in touch with your higher self. And there's a lot of fortune that's coming from that. And this syringe about medical issues or addictions or anything is nowhere near you. Also, the emotion of the moon here by your world is like you're ready to bring more into your world. You're ready to release the hooks that have been really bogging you down. Um, I also feel that you like you're playing more and you're protected and laughing more, and you have released yourself from the bird cage. Yes. Okay, so that's a big hook in your emotions still. And it's part of why sometimes you may not feel like you're moving forward. I feel like I've grown so much spiritually, having a channel, connecting with all of you guys. Oh, what a journey. but I still get so freaking stuck in oh, what other people did to me and what I did to them and what I've done to myself. And that I can resonate with this, Judy. I really can. Um, but I feel it's like, yes, yes, yes. Pay attention to your intuition. You have that shaman. Once you transform and let this go, do the cord cutting, I feel like your intuition's gonna light up. I feel like you're ready to start some new things with this 3, the Empress, the seed, Pisces energy, interesting, and the fact that you're no longer trapped. I love that. So, I'm sorry you can't see it too well. You could catch the replay and zoom in better. That's an idea. Because you're still spinning a little bit and you need to be patient with yourself. Nurture yourself on this healing journey that apparently takes me forever. And again, I want you to go out and celebrate, have some fun, start some new things, even if it's just a new daily routine, walking, um, I don't know, whatever really lights you up because you're starting to fill your heart up with ideas and confidence. So just let me pull a card for you as well that I hope will inspire you from this is Oracles of the Seven Energies. Yeah, well, I hope you see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of confidence and passion coming into your heart now. And the acorn and the spoon, like you're ready to nurture yourself. The gun and the bullet really scares me. Watch out, be careful. There's some alarm there, but it's like, don't worry, we got her back. She's protected. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Into me, I see. Into me, I see. Let me put this. Will this work while I read? Yeah. Okay. Into me, I see is a number 8. And for me, this is also being an advocate and being an advocate for yourself because eights can have a tendency to split. And that's that transition period I'm talking about. To be an oracle, we have to connect and raise our consciousness into that trifecta, right? And when we stay in the gap, there's a lot of loud noises in that silence of trying to heal. So this 8 is like telling me to tell you to walk the 8 and ground and let this intuition just light up. And you do need to talk and communicate more about the things you want and value for sure. But let me see what the this book by Colette Baron Reed, who's amazing. Let's see what this is about. Now, there's a lot of water energy in this card, and the key concepts are intimacy, trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection. I love that. I do think, as I mentioned, Archangel Michael is right here over this kind of grave, basically, or shield. You're protected. And there is a willingness to be vulnerable here too. And I see that in the moon, the emotions of your world. You're like, I'm ready to fill my world with something more, but only you know what that is. But I do see good energy here. And this card, again, really is fantastic for it. And it says, now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? That's what you were saying. That's wonderful. Um, there you go. Hi, Gigi. Oh, girl. Honey, I'm going to Venmo money back to you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Judy, I want to continue to ask you, can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about who you are as you discover more about another. If you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is a magical gift being offered to you right now. This concept applies beyond romantic connection. What do the dynamics in your closest friendship, work relationships, and family say to you? Relationships are extraordinary opportunities for healing. When predicted on honesty and caring, they have a great impact on how you contribute to the world. Imitate relationships, hold up a mirror of truth, and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect. If you can look into it, take a risk and see everything as beautiful, even its imperfections. Imagine how deep you could go. Now, that is flipping so tied in to the whole cord cutting concept. Thank you, Spirit. I love that for you all. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Judy, you're out of the bird cage. You really are. I love it, babe. Your heart is filling with passion and confidence, and your world and emotions are becoming one. So I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love you, Charms. Thank you. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. They do fly. Okay. Aw, I love you. If you didn't catch the cord cutting, Amy, you might want to watch the replay. I just give tips on how to do it. Did the card burning? Let's see. Oh, did the cord burning? Oh, yes, I know. So like for me, I'm 11 years in July coming out of all the cancer stuff, and I'm 9 years out of losing a lot. And some days I'm right back to 2014, you know? I love you, Amy. Okay, I'm gonna do a charm cast for Peggy, and then Amy, if you would like something, let me know. And do the cord cutting, Amy. We can talk about it together. Maybe do it together. All right, so here we go. I know. Thank you so much, you guys, for your memberships and super chats and stickers. And I love you. Look at her. Stay positive. I know you're down today, and I want you to be okay. You did it again. Gigi. Mwah. I'm going to get right to you. I know that. Peggy, is it okay with you if I do a reading for Gigi real quick before she goes to work? Gigi, do you want charms, cards? Let's do it. Let's see what's happening, okay? You ready? Can we do this, Gigi, while you're at work? Let me see. Okay, thank you. Oh, she's running. Well, Gigi, can you watch now? I better go to you, Peggy. I think. Okay. Oh Lord. I know. You know, Gigi, I realize that Saturn is going into Aries. I don't know what the hell that's going to mean for a lot of us. And I have a second Saturn return. I don't know. Oh my God. For cardinal signs, we're just going through it. So just hang in there, Gigi. All right, let's see. Okay, take a deep breath, honey. Okay, what flew into my lap? The bottle of celebration flew off the table because I know you're not really, you're trying to get out and have some fun with the kids, and I love that for you. Now, Amy, it's hard to see today because I didn't have the camera angle great, but I want you to notice that your little body is way over here. I know. Oh, it's not all bad. It's not all bad. The bullet of protection is way over here, separate from the gun. So I like that in your world. I know that you're stuck and you feel no growth right now. Okay, so we're going to acknowledge that. Fine. But look at this. If you can see and zoom in, this transformation is on top of everything. You've got to keep pushing through and making the transformations, the things you're doing, whether you think they're moral or not, or important or not. Keep pushing through and transforming. You're rocking that social media and you need to know it. Now, there's some big hooks here that you have to cut. You need to listen to your intuition more. I know how wickedly intuitive you are, but you're not doing it because you feel so trapped, tied up, locked down, buried by these burdens. And a lot of it does have to do with you protecting the children. Okay. But the time, if you can see this timepiece, is right now to heal your broken heart, to listen to your intuition, to trust, my love, that you are going to get those prophetic dreams, spiritual messages from your spirit guides, synchronicities, and protection from those teams of guides. And Archangel Michael is here. I'm telling you, babe, to ask you to stop spinning. That's at the root of this reading right now. I know how you're feeling. There's going to be some unexpected messages come in that you already intuitively know about. You are deeply worried about money. I understand that. It's evident. However, fortune is on your spoon. Okay? The key here, a key message here, because your body's way over here. You're getting there, okay? You're having an out of body experience, and I want to raise your vibration with that. And what I need to tell you is there are big hooks. Let me show you that have to be cut. So I want you to do the cord cutting ritual, because only then, see this? Only then can you open up your world. Whatever has you all hooked up and crazy, easier said than done. But when you release these hooks and guilt and whatever you're feeling, and you just focus on what you need to do, you're going to be able to come back into your world. And what I do want to point out also, Gigi, is the sun is right here in your heart. You still have love to give and shine and reflect that love to everybody. And I know you do that. And you're needed here in this world to do that. So don't get depressed. Some of the tower moments that you're going through, and around you definitely have to do with the kids and addictions. Um, I also want to tell you though, when you cut out this stuff that was right here under the snake, these hooks that I'm telling you about, you are going to be able to set yourself free more from all this worry and low vibe that's got you really stitched up. Okay. Your confidence will come back, but a lot of it has to do with the kids and everything, all this weight that you're carrying, sweetheart. But you are divinely protected by Archangel Uriel right there, all of this. Now, Pisces energy keeps coming up. Maybe that's a lot of the water energy we're feeling. But the yes here is next to your heart and your emotions. I know you're having some down days, but you're doing more positive things. You're taking action intuitively to fix the financial stability and abundance you worry about. You are healing your emotions. You may not feel it every day, but you are, I promise. And once you do all these things, there's the shaman mask under that and the key to the puzzle. So you getting clarity by cutting out things you feel guilty about, all these burdens, being a super mom that you really are, my love, you're going to feel happier. Okay. The long-term commitment stuff is over here. I'm not dealing with that right now. Um, Also intuitively, know better care of yourself and nurture yourself. But I think you're doing that, and that is key here. Also, what else can I tell you? I know there is a clock ticking in your life right now through the weekend, and it's going to go a couple ways. It's heartbreaking, but it's time. It has to do with the kids. Don't let it rock your confidence. I can be wrong. I feel like it's something you intuitively know. Let me do a timing spread for you about how much time we're dealing with, and you know what I'm talking about, okay? Are you still there, Amy? Oh, Gigi, cannot call you Gigi. I'm going to pull 13 cards and see if we get a timing thing on this. 6 weeks. 6 weeks, Amy. Write that down. That has to do with the children. And 8. 8 is important. 6 weeks. The 8th. I don't know. 8th month. The last thing I want to tell you is you're really being guided and protected through all the burdens you're carrying. So don't lose the faith. And let me pull a card for you. The storyteller. Oh my gosh. And it's an 8. 17 is 8. This is part of your mission and goal. And you know this. The storyteller. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll just see what these numbers meant and keep checking back. But this is for you, my love. This is a key. You know you're here to tell your story. You're here to write books. You're here to be a public speaker. We're not going to lose sight of that as you do some 5 other jobs that you're doing right now. And it's not letting you do this, but we're going to get there. I promise you that. So 17. Peggy resonates with that. Interesting. Okay. So 17, Amy, this might have some interesting info for us. Identity, positive self-definition, teaching others how to treat you through the stories you tell about who you are. That's very self-empowering. And also, I know that you're here to help others because you have lived these rough experiences. And when you watch the replay, you'll understand what I mean. Do you know the story you tell others about who you are? You are a unique being with unique talents and a story unique to you and your experience. In fact, your destiny can be found in the way you weave together these threads of yourself in the world. And threads is what we've been talking about today. Aw, that's cool. If there's anything in your life you want to change, then it's time to adjust the story to tell it about yourself. The time I was talking about. Let's put your body on here. Buy the card with your heart and the sun. And let's fill up your world. Yes. Okay. Perhaps you are too self-deprecating or apologetic about how you shine, minimizing your power so others will accept you. Perhaps the way your voice, your expectations diminishes your ability to succeed, or you are too willing to tolerate a less than supportive environment. It's easy to be in denial when it comes to others and their behavior toward you. Huh, interesting. Understand, however, that you teach people how to treat you through how you talk about yourself. And I'm going to add that you're going to share your story with others. Once you recognize what story you're telling others about how to treat you, you can tell a different one. And I know personally, Amy, you have done that. Proud of you. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I'm almost done. I've got to do one for Peggy because members go first. Sorry, but I'm going to get to you. So, Amy, what if you could connect to your true power as a co-creator of your reality? I do believe you're doing that. It's very hard. The story originates in your mind, how you think, your conditioning, your past experiences, how you view the world, and what you expect to see. The truth is, you have everything you need to tell a new tale and weave more blessings into the world as your unique contribution. In fact, practice speaking of your amazing success, your overflowing abundance, and all the love that surrounds you. Soon, the outer world will tell the same story back to you. And I love that. There couldn't be a better card for you. And yes, yes, it is. You can do this. And don't lose sight of what you're going to share with the world and that people need your help and they need you. So go back and watch the replay and get clarity, clean your own mirror so you can reflect this clear, beautiful story back to others, because I know that is your mission and we're not going to lose sight of that. I love you dearly. Thank you for the super gifts and chats and everything you do. And I hope you get to go home and have a good afternoon. Do come back into your body, honey. Don't run away. Okay. Now, Peggy and then Abina. Okay, so Peggy says, where is it? Aha. Okay. Here we go. Sorry for the noise. I'm going to read for Peggy and then Abina. And again, thank you guys. Share, like, tell other people. to come and join. Okay. Judy. No, Peggy. I'm sorry. What am I thinking? I looked up and saw Judy's name. Okay. I love you too, honey. Chat soon. All right, back to Peggy. Where is Peggy? Yes. That's what I hope that we're doing. That's what I hope we're doing. Let me clear these. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. Let me turn off these comments. Okay, Miss Peggy. Here we go. Let's see what I get for you. Wow. Strong energy, Peggy. Things flew a lot. Very interesting. Okay. Why do we have the syringe medical message way over here? There's a connection to this. Messages about medical information. I do think your intuition is a little blocked right now, Peggy. So you need to get the clarity we've been talking about, because I don't think you're listening to this, the spirit guided messages coming in. So try a little harder. Maybe you've just been tired, because your intuition it's like you're not listening to it right here. And I feel like you did go have fun. You did, but you need to listen to all the messages, not just the dark, but the light too. Capricorn energy, interesting. And the number 2. So let's think about that. What that means to you. This Capricorn energy, interestingly enough, is right here by the scissors and a yes. Does that mean anything to you, Capricorn energy? Because some of that has you trapped. You are getting messages. You're going to get an unexpected message. I normally would say it's bad, but in this, I feel like it brings your self awareness and self confidence and power back. The sun, even though you get a disturbing message, it's okay. And you're also told to never give up about this. Now, you are on the right path. I think you're just a little foggy right now because of a big hook. You're not transforming, Peggy. So what is this big hook? And think about that and add it to your cord cutting, because it's one thing away from you like being a shaman and balancing all this out, because your body's way over here. Everybody's having an outer body experience. Now, this is at the root of it. Like, you're almost there. You're being protected. The key to your heart is understanding the weight you carry, the losses you've carried, and also the joy that you bring in your heart, because that is also a little Peggy daisy flower there right in your heart. But this is part of the puzzle, that you're carrying a lot of weight and burden about things in your heart, about abundance and scarcity and stability. And I know how good you take care of yourself, but you're not really nurturing yourself enough right now. Oh, okay. Well, there's something there about that. Now, as far as your long-term commitment, it's way over here, but it's right next to the cheerleader. It's away from your body. Like, I know you're tired of it, but you're being cheered on to just hang in there. It's funny that those two came out like that. Um, so whatever this message is coming in, I need you to open up your intuition so you'll be ready for it. It's going to transform you, and it's something that's had a big hook in you for a long time. I feel like it's going to be a tower moment, but you're very much protected by Archangel Michael through this. And then it says, yes, right here. Yes, here. I also think that much of your fortune and stability is protected by this copper shield, your sun. It's just you need to get back in the middle of this and understand um, maybe that you don't need to be this strong and alone and such an individual right now. You know, you're still needed in all of this. And while it's fun to go and do and travel and do alone, you're still needed here. And when you tap back into your shaman ability, it brings you balance. And Archangel Michael's right here to tell you, yes, speak your truth, own it, cord cut the deep secrets, because it is stomping on your confidence a little bit. And Spirit is here to tell you, come on, personal power. Your passion is way over here. So, and I think you're being a little impatient with yourself, with the situations right now that have happened. Again, the number 2, High Priestess, that comes up. That reminds me of a story you told me. So that makes me say even more, I need you to release these hooks so your high priestess abilities will come through and you can be back into fixing your heart and filling your world. It's ready to be filled with good things. And you're listening to the fact that you need to have more joy and everything. It's just the kids are fine. I don't think there's an odd urgency message coming in, but it's going to be okay. And I don't think it has to do with death at this point. So yeah, I hope you can see all this too. Okay. Okay. Now, let me pull a card for you too. And I'm quite sure on your trip that your intuition was really on fire, but maybe when you came home, you got a little, lower energy and foggy, and that's what I'm picking up today. And the message might have to do with the Capricorn situation. But yeah, there's some message coming in and some medical, but it's not as urgent as something over here, but still it's not a bad thing. Smoke and mirrors. Wow. It's kind of funny because I was like, I just feel like you're cloudy. I don't know why it would say that. Let's take a look. Smoke and mirrors. I don't think I've ever had this card. 42. 42. 6. Yeah. Let's see what this is about. I have no idea other than, my intuitive self says, well, I've been saying she's foggy. So it's wild. What number is it again? 42. Um, Seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered, healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for your biases in the way you view the world. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to read this to you, love. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Our five senses tell us we are separate from one another. We're conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. That's not happening yet. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. Although we know deep down there is more, we're suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. Interesting. 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 Yeah. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors. Again, mirrors, smoke, cord cutting keeps coming up. I love it. Our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond this illusion. Discoveries are at the frontiers of science, align with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights in empty space. Consciousness is fundamental. Time can be bent, and we are eternal. I need you to sink into your intuition. Ask yourself if what is really just what you're looking for. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment of what is? Can you drop into your heart, which I know you can? This is key. And there's your little symbol in your heart. Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision of feeling and awareness of the true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that you are intrinsically connected to all life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you the extraordinary magic with which to co create life beyond your wildest celebrations. And that's what I see right here. Intuition kicks in and you listen. Ooh, there's a lot to celebrate. Yes, yes. And even if bad things come and happen, you're still lit up. So this fog will clear. Um, Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appear to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. But I want to tell you that you are not in denial about it. The mask of guilt and yada, yada, yada is way over here. However, it is by the spoon of nurturing. So maybe some of this is keeping you from nurturing your soul because your energy is a little divided and your intuition is a little cloudy. But the key here is really just sinking into your heart and trusting the downloads that you get, because I know that you will get them. Okay. Does that make sense? Did that help? Lot to think about, I guess, right? It's kind of like I told you the other day. When you sit, you're gonna get visions of names and dates and messages. Okay, cool. I think the cord cutting is really, it's a good time to do it for all of us so we get the clarity that we need to guide ourselves and trust that, right? Oh, bummer. Monique's not here. I was doing this for Monique as well. She wants to release Boy, there's a big hook in your transformation, Peggy. I could barely get them undone. So you're almost there, though. There's just that one thing you need to break through. And just let your intuition flow. I think also what I can tell you about your trip is it really did fill your heart. Ah, yes. I think that really filled your heart. And you just need a little time to process the whole experience, and all the downloads will open up. I love that. I wonder if he sells his music anywhere. Okay, so is Abina still here? Abina, are you here? Peggy, I hope that helped. It made sense. And maybe it resonated with the visions that you had at all. And why don't you download some similar? Oh, wow. We should find out. Get his flute music to help you when you're, meditating and looking for those connections to your higher self. That's wonderful. What a great experience to be able to be there with him and experience that music. You'll have to tell us more. And again, if you'd like to come on and be a part of Cosmic Connections, love to hear about it, the whole experience. I do too. I used to play right now I've just been using a wind chime sound effect a lot, but I used to play the Native American flute music in my videos, but this high-end production I have going here. So, Abina, what's going on? What could I focus on for you? Okay, Abina. Abina, I'm being called to do something. I'm doing a little different. What's going on with Abina? Is there a certain question or area that you're okay? Finance and career. Well, we will look at that a little bit, but I want to tell you some things that might be holding you back. Let's go with that because I was guided to use the past life oracle deck. So I think that there's some childhood trauma where you feel fragmented and you need to heal that emotionally and physically. I don't know if also you've been a caregiver or someone in your family was ill or endings, but be sure to address any fragmented energy you feel from your childhood. Also, Abina, there's a sense that you feel a little powerless under the influence of somebody you love. You may be feeling very sensitive to feeling controlled. Also, you may have been imprisoned in a past life. I want you to know that. I do believe you're a very old soul. You're an advocate. You're a record keeper, which is wonderful. You have a lot to share, but also there's a lot from your childhood that you're keeping in. But I want you to also understand that, oh, what do I want to say? That, don't go away. You're coming into a breakthrough. This is probably the most important thing I want to show you. whether it's a breakthrough about childhood trauma, the records within you, there's a big breakthrough coming, and that could help finance and career, but it's also a spiritual realization, change of perspective, insight, really surfacing to express any grief you have, any blocks you have, okay? And this is about prayer, angelic protection, truth, spiritual healing and recovery, vision, and spiritual inspiration. So I do feel like finances are and career are opening up to you. A lot of things are opening up to you. So stay positive about that. Don't let your energy be fragmented. And what else do I want to tell you? We're going to go to the charms. I also want to pull one of these for you before we go, because the key is getting back your confidence and power, personal power to go find those jobs. Now you have the card of serenity. So again, I want you to find some peace in your soul and in the past that might be holding you back from achieving everything you want. Now, I'll put this right here. This is balancing all your chakras and really diving into a very self-empowered position. So you have the confidence to go get that. Go after what you want. Okay, here we go. Abina. Okay, let's start with where's your body? There's a big hook in your copper shield. I need to look at something about that. Well, I can't find, I'm not going to look right now. Okay. I think this is about you're so worried about financial security and protection. You have a big hook in that. The fear of getting a job and your career being okay is holding you back. So you need to release that. I hope you can see the hook right here on this copper shield of protection and the timepiece. It's like you're so worried about stability and protection. It's got a hook of fear in you, and the time now is to not do that. Also, there has been a tower moment that's key to this, and I'm imagining, yes, possibly. That's the one of the cards I got up. I pull that came out for you rather. Yes. So you've got to let that go. That's a key here. Now there was a tower moment, maybe losing your job or things changing, and it's saying yes. So I understand that. The key here is for you to understand what that tower moment was. It's affected your emotions and your ability to nurture yourself. So you're being asked to really listen to things that balance your emotions, things that you find fun, that can bring you joy, and really nourish your soul and your emotions. That is going to help fill your world. And if you can see, interestingly enough, let me pick up this so you guys can see this, how it's laying out here. Right inside your world is this bonefish, which is about scarcity, of abundance, money, everything. Your whole world is filled up with worry about this. Oh, that makes sense. Yes. Yes, I saw that, and that was key. Where's the key? Where'd the key go? I put it here. Right here. But understanding that you go have some fun, don't be so afraid. Fear is the absence of God. I want you to just give it up to God, know it's going to be okay. Don't fill your whole world with this fear. Okay? So that's how you're going to nurture yourself. Address the fear. Watch the replay. Do cord cutting about this fear, and do have some fun and laughter. That's really going to help, because also I think you're ready for a long-term commitment, or you're in one, and it's right here by your heart. If you're having problems with a commitment, or you want a commitment, it's here. Have patience with yourself. You're still healing from a lot. And maybe you need to straighten out the finances and the fear before the love will come in. Um, yes. So also your heart is protected by Archangel Michael over here. And I want you to know too that the key was where'd the key go? The key was right here on the tower. So listen to the lessons that you learned from that, and understand it's really going to light up your shamanistic intuition and abilities. And that's key here. You are going to get some unexpected messages. There's your body. Okay, you're going to get some unexpected messages. Something to do with health, possibly, but it even could be about being in a healthcare industry. But it could be an urgent message. So I do want you to pay attention to spirit guide messages, signs, synchronicities. That's going to help you get you on the right path and bring your confidence back and have you stop spinning. But there is a message coming in that's kind of rock your world a little bit, but you're being um cheered on and your body is down. So I need you to be more receptive to the messages coming in, and understand some of the weight and burdens you're carrying need to be cut out. Maybe you're overloaded, you're trying too many jobs. Something needs to change to make you feel more free. And Leo energy is important here, as well as the number 6. So, what I find fascinating and the big takeaway is I see your whole world is filled with fear of scarcity. So, this is what you've got to work on, and trust. If you're receptive, you're going to get beautiful messages in to help you transform this. Okay, Abina, I promise. I promise. I promise. And I'm going to pull an oracle card for you too. Do you see that? I know it's more of a confirmation than an answer, but releasing that fear is going to open up your world to all those opportunities. And that's where you're then going to find the stability, because you won't be afraid. You're going to have God on your side and a lot of personal confidence and strength. And just the right little opening and job and money comes in, and you start to realize, I can do this. I can do this. Perfect. Exactly. Look at the colors in these too. I want you to dig down deep to your root chakra to really release this fear. And what happens is a beautiful uncaging. Fives change. There's some change coming, and it may have to do with soul contracts and soul mates, but whatever's coming actually frees you. So let me show you this while I read to you. Look at that. And that's beautiful. Okay. What did I say it is? 14. Okay. This is important. Beautiful uncaging, the prison of guilt, a need for self inventory, rigorous honesty, accountability, and making amends. At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life. Recognize how it's affecting you and others and address it so you can release yourself from its grip. And guilt and fear are really the same things. Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense of personal power, which is exactly what I was saying. Release this, and your power will come back. Self blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self worth. Have you done or said something for which you need to make amends? Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise? Guilt can make you aware of potential ways you have given injury and show how you can redress the transgression. For example, I've done things apparently in work and jobs that led to being let go. Do we always know why? No. Does it cause horrible change and fear and insecurity? Yes. So I understand. And when you or we sincerely admit we've been wrong and we begin the process to fix it, for you too, releasing the fear of um, this is an act of accountability, responsibility, and liberation. Take a moment now to consider when you've harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it so you're able to connect with truthful remorse. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take self inventory with a neutral state of mind. No more fear. Yes. And if you watch the cord cutting ceremony in the beginning, it'll give you a good way to do that. But you know deep down, you trust your gut. You know things that you can really gain wisdom from and move forward into finances and work and feel very liberated. Very heartfelt decisions for you now. Absolutely. Now is a time for rigorous honesty as you take a self inventory with a neutral state, no fear. A good question to ask yourself now is, why is the guilt there? Does this come from childhood? You might be taking on a burden that is not even yours to carry, which I do believe I saw that in the charms. Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making, which is, I am so scared of all of this. Just let it go, embrace your personal power and your confidence, and you're going to move forward and find a sense of serenity in all of this. And I love how they kind of match. So, and I believe self-blame and guilt, all of it is rooted in fear. So I would just really work on that. And remember, fear is the absence of God. And, you know, as a spiritual person, I want that divine source and energy to be by me. And once I know that, then I'm not so scared. Did that help, Abina? Was that helpful? Oh, we all did. We all did. I mean, it's almost getting to be a joke. So I'm 58 and I did it years ago. I changed my major 3 times. Still not happy about it. My son is going through this, Abina. Um, oh, well, but you take everything that you get from that experience because we can't go back to college again. So love what you learned. It will apply in some ways, and then the people you met, the experiences, you can never have it again. But you can take what you learned and choose a new avenue, right? Let me pull a couple cards for you. You're welcome. I'm not done. Yes. So my son's going through the same thing, but it's going to be okay. And we just got to be happy about what we did learn and move on. And look at this. I think they're a little out of order, but here's what I want to tell you. I'm changing the cards. Let me flip them around so you can see. Okay. And now I want to go this way. So here you are right here. Clutching on to everything. The money, what little bit of money I have, the guilt, the fear. It's affecting your home, life, everything. But what I said, you're going to get messages coming in. Some of them are going to be weird. Some of them aren't going to be right, but you're going to get new messages coming in. And this all has to do with money, finance, abundance. And what happens now as you're moving towards the 10 of Pentacles, which is probably one of the best cards to get, where you do have all the things you're dreaming about. You just have to let go of codependence and fear and guilt and, oh, I can't trust my decisions. I made the wrong decision and it's really holding me back. And let me tell you too, it's such a different work environment and world that we're in. Give yourself some grace to learn what you have from college and how you can apply it in this new, fast, ever-changing world. And just be open to all kinds of messages and possibilities. I love that for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's pray that somebody, because I don't want to get into politics, but the last dude said he was going to forgive our student loans and didn't. So maybe the next one will, because I'm all for that. I'm going to pray about that. But just budget a little for your financial burden and, manage your budget, but look for all this. This is good stuff, Abina, coming in. Okay. See, Peggy says it's never too late to make a new start. And yeah, you may look at the money and be like, oh my God, I spent the money on what? But believe me, it's an experience that you got to have. Wisdom will come from it. And you just look for the new beginnings because this looks really good for you. Just don't have a grip on the fear of all of it. It will flow. It will flow. So I really hope that helped. And on the bottom of the deck, you also have the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups and the Fool. So even the energy on the bottom of the deck is very positive for you. Very positive. New beginnings where you take what you learned from college and you start a new journey. So double confirmation. I think it's good news. Love it. All right, you guys. Does anyone else need me? I think I will look at you guys. Hello. Ah, now I can see. All right. What else? Did you love it? Are we good? You promised to watch it like on loop, replay all the time. Get my views up. I love you guys for being here. Oh, good. Thank you for the feedback. It's important to know that I make sense and connect with you guys. All right. So I guess I will end now. I am a little bit behind on the charm readings for each sign, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. See if everybody likes that for your sign or rising sign. And I will be live again Tuesday, God willing. And the pick of cards every day. Don't forget to send Angie a message at Learn Love Tarot. Perk her up a little bit, and do watch the replay and let me know what energies you cut, what cords you cut, if it's something you can publicly comment on. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're back home. I love when I can talk to you all day. And Amy, if you're still listening, thank you. I love you. Kathy, Judy, Abina, who else am I missing? Thank you all for being here. And what else? I don't want to go. I guess I should, though. All right. I'm going to leave you guys with, yes, we got to perk her up. So I'm going to leave that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in just a few days. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy May. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you guys for being here. Do let me know if the cord cutting ceremony is useful to you. All right. Peace. Here we go with some little water sounds or something. Okay.